What is going on, everyone? Welcome back again to my channel. You see my colorful jacket. All right, so today we are going to be making some black eyed peas. I know you guys already watched my previous video about black eyed pea, but we're going to make this different way. Last time I used fish. This time I'm going to be using ham and also some corn. And I know you guys already are going to see that right here. So I'm going to be using this as well too with the ham. All right, guys, make sure you guys tune in, subscribe, turn on the post notification. Let's continue to grow this channel, and we are going to cook right now. All right, so the goal of this video is just trying to elaborate on just different way you can cook black eyed peas without breaking the bank. So you guys understand, just black eyed peas about $1.49. Then the ham, you can get that in the bigger portion, cut that into smaller pieces. I just nice and put that in the freezer. Then you're going to need some onion, some chili pepper, some oil. Then you should be all good to go and get that nice dinner, breakfast, lunch, burrito on top of your rice. You can nice and get it going. All right, guys, stay tuned. All right, so the first thing we're going to be doing is nice and wash the black eyed peas, and we're going to be cooking that inside the rice cooker. So right now that is already in the rice cooker right there. So it's been about an hour now since the black eyed peas has been cooking. All right, so the next thing we are going to be doing is going to be cooking the ham. So I'm going to just boil the ham a little bit, cut that into smaller pieces, boil the ham. Then I'm going to be adding the corn, the one inside the can. I'm going to be washing it and just adding it into it. Now let's get this going, guys. Keep it going, keep it popping, keep it going, popping, 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 popping. right now the arm is done with the corn. So the next thing we are going to be doing is just nice and cover it up. Now we're going to blend the pepper we are going to be using for this. Alright guys, keep watching. So time to blend the pepper. Let's open this up. Alright, so right here, these are the pepper we're going to be using. We do have the dry chili pepper right here. Just nice and take the top off. And we do have some, I call that the small pepper, but those are a little bit much more spicier than the chili pepper. So it's a little bit dry. I think I should have just soaked it up in the boiling water. So I'm using just one tomato. And I'm using half of my bell pepper. I won't recommend using a yellow jalapeno pepper, but in my case, I love it a little bit more spicy. Which color doesn't matter. Now we're using the green one. So now we got the onion. We're just gonna cut that in there. Perfect. So now we're just gonna add a little bit of water. Alright, so before I start blending, I need to say something because I know if I started blending, you guys won't hear me. Alright, so while the pepper is being blended, so what we're going to do, I'm going to show you the black eyed pea inside the rice cooker, so you guys can see that it is fully cooked. Alright guys, let's get it started. I didn't even plug it in. See there. Just play the brown one 2 times. So that is done. Just cutting on the onion. I'm going to transition from right here to the stove. That's the stove right here. So the first thing I'm going to be doing, adding oil, vegetable oil. How do we measure this? With our eyes. So you want to add oil based on the amount of pepper you blend it. You blend. All right. So we're going to allow that to get warm. Then we are going to add the onion, then the pepper. So you don't really, we are not adding any Maggi because this is a beans. So what you only need is just salt, and that's it. All right, so the oil is fully warm. So if you want to add a little bit of tomato paste, you can also do that as well. Just nice and stir fry the oil just a little bit. I think the next video after this will be making, let's see, maybe jollof rice. All right, so we got the pepper right there. We're just gonna pour that in there. We don't want to, let's make sure this will not be too much. That should be good. All right, just nice and rinsy. Alright, now the next thing you want to do is to add just a little bit, because you have to account for the salt you added to the black eyed pea. If you use too much, you're gonna be just tasting salt. So this is nice and good, you guys see. So now the main thing is nice and allow this to nice and cook for a couple of minutes. So right now, if you want to add maybe some thyme, maybe if you feel like, you know what, I need to add some curry, you can do that. But for me today, I'm just going to leave it just like this, just salt, and that's it. Let's cover it up. Alright, let it cook. Alright guys, thank you all for continuing to tune in to this part 2 of making black eyed pea. Just to recap, the first part 1 was using fish, which was macro fish. Today what we are going to be using, we're just using the ham and some corn. Just a nice one. Change it all up. Then maybe the next one we are going to be doing is cooking it with yam or plantain. So just to show you guys, the black eyed peas is high in protein, and if we can add some fiber to that, that would be good. And you guys know protein, you guys know fish protein, gets nice and loading on that protein. So if somebody is like tell you, is like, oh, I don't know, like I'm trying to get into a particular diet, but I'm telling you guys, if you know how to cook and you just understand how recipe work, it's very easy to create what they call them, to create a lunch, to create your breakfast, all that stuff. You guys are going to see that I'm making this in like a big quantity. So I got like a pot, like a glass pot that I can just pour everything inside and put that in the fridge, and that keep everything nice and cold and also last for a long time. That's why I like using the glass pot to put that in the fridge instead of just putting it inside like a plastic container. All right, guys, just continue to tune in. Make sure you guys chat below. You guys can comment, then I can just I'm telling you, this is very cheap, but what you are getting is more than the money. You guys are thinking, if I'm just cooking for yourself, the black eyed pea is just about $1.49. I'm telling you guys, $1.49. And if you're trying to I know if you don't have the rice cooker, you can also cook the beans on top of your stove. Then salt, fish, I think if you want to use microfish, I think it's about maybe $3 or $2.99 for like 3. Is it 3 or 4? Yeah, for about 3 or 4. And you guys know, whenever I cook the part 1, I didn't even use 1. It was just like 3/4 or just 1/2. That was it. So guys, if you understand how to cook, I'm telling you, life is fun. Then you don't have to worry about, you know what, I'm going to go out to eat without even understanding what is inside that food. You don't even know what was mixed together. You don't even know how many calories. But all this stuff I want to do with the calories, can't by myself. I can just look at the label of the black eyed pea, check the label on the chili pepper, check the label on the onion, if you can find it, the label on the onion, then the arm. If you want to do the measurements, you can also do that. You can come up with a calories count, and that's how you can incorporate nutrition into exercise, because you want to make sure both are working in end, and that's how you're going to gain those dynamic and fast results on your weight management, weight journey. All right, guys, continue to tune in, and let's continue with this part 2 of cooking black eyed pea. Ladies and gentlemen, the stew is done. So right now, the first thing we are going to be adding the arm and the corn, just right there. So the main thing is, I'm just trying to just set it in without really adding too much of the, hopefully not, but I'm going to add a little bit right there. You know what? No, but don't worry about it. All right, perfect. You guys see that looking gorgeous? Looking good. Let's test. All right. The next thing we're going to be adding is going to be the black eyed pea. All right, guys. Let me show you so I don't. So right here is the black eyed pea. You guys see that's a lot of black eyed pea. And here you go with the arm, the corn, and the black eyed pea. So I don't want to add too much water to this because my black eyed pea had just a tiny bit of water. I know a lot of you might be like, party then. Just a little bit, tiny bit of water. So then what I do, mix it all together. Since everything is all cooked. We're just going to allow it to warm up for about 5 minutes. 5 minutes and this should be good. Then I'm going to show you what I bought that goes well with this. Alright, perfect. Time to cover it up and allow it to cook for about 5 to 7 minutes. Alright guys, here you go with the final product. Boom. Let's see that. Look great. Perfecto. All right, time to plate. Perfect. Let's transition the camera. Ladies and gentlemen, here is the final product. You guys can see that's the ham right here. So alright guys, what go well with this? You can make a burrito with this. You can put it on top of your rice. You can eat this by itself. You know what I got? I got this stuff right here called tortilleria. Let's see. Yeah, tortilleria right here. I think this should go greatly with this. So what you want to do, you don't get about two. Just nice and place it right here to nice and just warm it up right there. Now we're gonna start eating. All right, the first thing we're going to be doing, so you want to tear this into two, or you can also put this inside the microwave a little bit, so it can be a little bit much more softer. Now you got some of the space right here in the middle. Nice and just load it up. That's about a big spoon right here. Create that pocket. Time to eat. Cheers. Oh my God. This is very good. If you don't want to create a pocket, too easy, place it on top just like this. And cheers, time to eat. Alright guys, that concludes this video. So make sure you subscribe, turn on the post notification, and I'm going to see you on the next one. Cheers. So before I go, I want you to show you guys where I store the beans. So you guys can see, it's like a glass pot right here. Nice and covered. So I also got a glass cover. So now I'm going to let this cool a little bit before I put that in the fridge. Alright guys, bye.